Hi, thank you for clicking on this video to watch it. My name is Zinny and I am an Abuja YouTuber based right here in Nigeria. If this is your first time of seeing my face on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button below. If this is not your first time, you have my heart. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to identify a man or a boy in his whole phase. You want to know if he means serious business and is there for commitment, or he's just wasting your time and playing around. So 2 videos away from this one that you're watching right now, I made a video where I shared with you what a whole phase is and why every man and woman between the ages of 20 to 30 needs to experience the whole phase before getting into a serious relationship, into a committed relationship, or even marriage. So you might want to watch that video as soon as you're done watching this one. Don't worry, I'm going to leave it linked in the card here or here. I'm also definitely going to leave a link to that video in the description box, so you want to click that link in the description box to watch that video as soon as you're done watching this one. Meanwhile, do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button below and turn on the bell notification so that you get notified as soon as I upload a new video every week. So now, how do we identify a man who is still in his whole phase and is not ready to settle down? So before I dive right into sharing with you all the juicy tips I have to share with you about how to identify a man in his whole phase, I want you to have this at the back of your mind that whenever a young woman decides to go into a relationship, she's going into a relationship because she has made up her mind to be committed to something, to someone, and to work towards being a better person, whether as a married person or as someone who is in a relationship, okay? But when a man decides to go after a lady, to go into a relationship, he is not going into a relationship because he wants to settle down with that woman. He's going into the relationship because he wants to have fun, because he wants to experiment, he wants to explore. It now depends on what he finds while he is right with that lady that now determines if he is going to be spending more time with this lady and stop having all the numerous fun he always has with other ladies or not, or if he's just going to dump this lady in the trash can and move over to the next person. Now, if you want to know how to catch men like this, you need to watch this video to the end and please share this video. One of the very first way that you can know a man who is still in this whole phase time and is not ready to settle down is one who is a smooth talker and has an excellent communication skill. See, I mean, when a man who likes you comes to you, the first psychological instinct that comes to him is that he is going to stutter. He is going to try to gather his words to get the right words to say to you. But you see those ones that will come and they already have everything figured out, like scripted in their head, the words they say, the lines they drop. They have excellent communication skills because they've practiced time and time again how to go out and how to hunt you down. Especially if they already have you as a target in mind, they would have prepared all their speeches and everything they want to say before they come right to you. So if he is so much of a smooth talker, then maybe, just maybe, girl, he's not ready to settle down yet. Another way to know a man who is not ready to settle down or who is not ready to be committed is that they are always intentional about being assholes. Now, when I say that, what I mean is they are always ruthless in the way they talk to you. Then you have conversations, about daily life routines, lifestyles or events or people or culture or occasion. It could even be football, but the way they are ruthless when they talk to you about these things, they do not want you to get too overly attached. They try to, leave ruthless comments or try to act in a ruthless manner. And most of the time, we ladies tend to interpret these things as signs that they actually love us, but because they are scared of commitment. No, he's not scared of commitment. He's just not ready to settle down yet, my darling. So if you find him trying by all means to make you not to get too comfortable around him, all of those crazy stuff that people who are in love do, because they know that they could get rid of you at any minute, and they don't want it to be very difficult to get rid of you when that time comes. And trust me, as soon as they find the next juicy thing on the street or anywhere, they are going to want to dump you, and they do not want to have to make a fuss about dumping you when the time comes. So whenever you see a man who is always ruthless, he doesn't care how you feel when you have conversations, he just wants you to know that he has said his mind. This is who he is, so you have to take him for who he is. Then, my darling, that man is not ready for commitment. So you need to do what? Carry your slippers and run away. Now, there are the ones who like to play the victim card. You know, those ones who always say things like, oh baby, it's not you, it's me. We had an argument the other day, and you see, it's not about you. I just need a break. Yeah, it's because the only language they understand is, oh, it's me, it's not you. You're not the one. I'm the one that is not ready. They try to make excuses for them as to why they are not capable of loving you, or as to why they are not, qualified enough to be in your life or in your space. That is because they have seen that you are a keeper. And when I say you're a keeper, they've seen that you're a lady who is homely and who is not out to play. They know that for someone to be around you, it has to be someone who is serious with his or her life, and they're not ready to get serious with their life, especially when it has to do with relationship or the opposite sex. So when they see that you are that kind of person, they feel they do not want to waste your time, or want you to waste their time, and stop them from having all the fun that they can have while they are still single. They begin to play the victim card, and they tell you that, oh, they need break, and they begin to make excuses for the things that they do or the poor decisions they make, and they make you understand every single time that it is not because you are a bad person or that you are inadequate, but that they themselves, they are inadequate. They try to front their insecurities before you. I mean, a man who is wooing a woman, or who wants to be with a woman, always wants her to see his strength, always wants her to celebrate his strength. But anytime you see a man suddenly always pushing his insecurities on you, then my darling, you need to take flight. Now, this is not saying that you should not know about the insecurities or the weaknesses of your man or whoever you are with. No, that is not the case. There's going to be a time when he knows some areas of your weaknesses, or where you feel insecure about your life, your body, your value system, and you are also going to know the same thing about himself. But when it becomes a constant thing, he doesn't even appreciate the fact that you see that, oh, he's a good man, he tries to provide for himself or his family, he just wants to always project his insecurities on you, then my darling, please, that man is not ready to settle down, and you just might be wasting your time. Another way to know a man who is still in his whole phase and is not ready to be kept, or is not ready to be in a committed relationship, is that they try not to talk too much. See, when a man is in love with you, he will find himself talking to you about people around him, about his family, about those he loves, whether you've met them or not. And trust me, a man who is not ready to be committed will try to not say as much as he should. He will try to be very selective about his words. He only wants to talk about the present when he's with you. He doesn't even want to talk about what happened to him yesterday or where he went to yesterday. All he thinks of is, babe, I'm here now. Okay, I'm talking to you now. That is all that matters. And he always, gives flimsy excuses as to why he has to call whatever you have to say to him bluff. And just as much as he is not trying to tell you so much, he is also not trying to ask you too much. He's not interested in knowing, some of the personal things you would have thought that this man would have asked about you. And even when you want to bring them up on your own, he wants to look for something to, wave it off and just call it bluff, so that you can move on to the next thing, or deal with being with him, or keeping him company while you're with him, or talking to him because he wants to talk to you at that moment. Okay, he's also going to try as much as possible to make sure that you do not get acquainted with the people he loves who are around him. Everybody has people around their lives who they love, their friends, their family members, their distant relations, even acquaintances or neighbors. But he doesn't want you to get to know any of these persons, and he doesn't want them to get to know you. And that is one very big red flag about relationship. If he's keeping you away from everybody, including his family and his closest friends, then my darling, what are you still waiting for? He's not ready to commit. And even if he gives you the notion that he's ready to commit most of the times, then it means he's certainly not ready to be committed to you. So you need to scurry out of his life so that he doesn't waste your time, or you don't end up wasting your precious time, and then you begin to clamor of how you've been with him for 5 years, or for 4 years, or for 3 years, or for 8 years, and then he's not popped the question, or he's not even sounding serious, or he doesn't like to have serious conversations with you. My darling, that is why I'm sharing these tips with you, so that you can know the things to look out for. Once you see any of these things, once you literally see any of these things, my darling, please just run away. Don't wait. Before I leave you, I'm going to drop this last tip with you. One way to know a man who is in his whole phase and is not ready to commit is one who is always ghosting. These ones are king of ghosters. They disappear at will and reappear in your life at will. You can talk to him today, and in the next 3 months, or in the next 2 months, or in the next 1 month, you've been able to communicate with him. You can't even reach him for one reason or the other. He has not come to see you the way he does, and he tries to make sure you don't meet him at his place of work or at home whenever you come. For some reason, you're not able to see him for a very long period of time, and all of a sudden he reappears and acts like nothing happened, and acts like he just saw you the other day, or he just spoke to you the other day. My darling, it is either you're dealing with a married man, or you are dealing with someone who is not ready to commit, who is still having fun, who is still exploring sleeping around, who is still exploring, going out with different women at the same time, to understand their preferences. And that is fine, like we said, because He's in his whole face, and that is what the whole face is there for, to be able to explore, to weigh your options between a dark skinned lady, a fair skinned lady, a medium sized lady, a plus sized lady, and all whatnot. It means he is in his whole face and he is not ready to commit to you anytime soon. I hope you find this video helpful. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. Are there other signs that you think one should look out for whenever they see a man who is not ready to settle down, or who is not ready to go into a serious relationship? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll be waiting to read your comments and to have this wonderful conversation with you. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Till I come your way next time in my very next video, it is your girl Zinny signing out. Ciao.